Hi folks, today I'm pulling out some board games, making a mess, getting my wife a little bit mad, and I'm going to show you my top 10 Ameritrash games that I love to play to keep the party light. First one on my list, number 10, is The Current Number of the Beast. Current Number of the Beast is a dice game that's played by arranging dice in front of you. At any point, you can have goals of having all sixes, 6, 6, 7. This, of course, being the Beast, stepchild of the Beast, and various other cousins, brothers, and uncles of the Beast that you're aiming for. You manipulate your dice through cards, you manipulate your opponent's dice through cards, and it plays out very well. Everybody always enjoys The Current Number of the Beast. It's got some pretty bad Rob Halford reference in it. It's also got a lot of other old 90s metal references. So if you're from my generation, check out Twilight Creations Inc.'s The Current Number of the Beast. Number 9 now. The availability of some of these games might be questionable. My list is not based on things that are in print. I'm not advertising for anybody. I used to volunteer for Steve Jackson games, and then I started doing other things, and this is a Steve Jackson game, and it is the sequel to Car Wars, which was incredibly valuable at one point in time. But Battle Cattle, which I have here mixed with my Card Wars set, so you can choose between being cars or cows. Everybody's given player cards, and you take damage on the sides of your vehicle in an arena-style combat game through card play. And over the period of a few rounds, you rack up some points, you survive the matches, and it's actually great fun. So number 9 on my list of Ameritrashy fun games, Battle Cattle. Try to find a copy. Number 8 on my list, Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards Rumble at Castle Tentakill. This is a cryptozoic game where you make 3-part spells, and it's very nice and American and randomy, and has a lot of dice rolls and a lot of messing with your opponents. I suggest picking up the first one, Duel at Mount Skullspire, so you can mix it together with this version, and you won't see repeated spells ever throughout your game. I had to make a custom insert, obviously, for how many components end up being involved if you combine both sets. If you order them off Cryptozoic, you can get some pretty cool promo cards that add even more flavor to the game, but that's my number 8 pick. The Epic Spell Wars series, really great fun for a group. Number 7 on my list, Fishing for Terrorists version 2.0. You get to, basically it's Go Fish game, but with some advanced strategies and naughty messing with your opponents, but groups like Apathetic Atheists, the Deadly Agent of Unspeakable Evil, basically all your more or less unknown terrorist groups that you're playing in this is a really fun, light version party game. Highly recommend Fishing for Terrorists version 2.0 by Slugfest Games. Pick one of those up. My number 6 party game for your board game party, just like mine, Codenames Deep Undercover version 2.0. It's an absolutely great game where you're trying to deduce who the agents are on the field, and you can mess that up, but it's a group game where you separate into teams. This one has a lot of profanity in it, and it actually holds together a lot better as a game compared to other profane games that we may know of that I'm not a huge fan of. So that's my number 6 pick, Codenames Deep Undercover version 2.0. My number 5 pick, ladies and gentlemen, I have no shame. Mustache Smash. If you've already had at least half of your six-pack for the board game evening, you're going to want to bust out giant rubber mustaches and smash cards and try to get the most points to win the game. There's trading of mustaches, mustache identification, everything mustachy that you desire. My favorite, of course, is the freestanding Hulk stash. But yeah, my number 5 pick, fun for kids and way fun for adults, Mustache Smash. Pick it up. My number 4 pick, of course, has very little in common with the prior games. This one will take you most of the evening. Pandemic Cthulhu, in my opinion, is the best Pandemic ever released. The theme is excellent. The mechanics are so perfect. This never needs to be changed in any way to be the greatest Pandemic. I've custom painted my pieces because, well, it's one of the types of bizarre things I do. I added shading to the characters, and I did a metallic coat with shading to the unspeakable ones. So if I'm going to play a Euro-ish game, and I wouldn't even call it that, it's an American-style mechanical game. It does have resources, but I highly recommend Pandemic Cthulhu. Pick that up. Number 3, New York Slice. It's a great game. It's the original version of this was called Piece of Cake. This one has a whole lot of special strategies and different options you can take, but basically you divide pizza amongst each other, and the person who divides the pizza doesn't get to take the choice until last. So each turn you have to strategize as to which groups of pizza to score the most types of slices and to score the highest bonus of slices in order to be the winner. New York Slice, fun to hit the table, easy game to play, highly recommend it. Pick one of those up. Number 2, fun game to play with friends. It's gonna have to be Click Clack Lumberjack. I have so many versions and copies of this game, and you know what, you can never have enough, because if there's one of these on every table and everybody gets to play, it's a wild party. So in this game, a lot like Jenga, you have to keep the tree from collapsing, but at the same time you knock off bark and you score bark based on the color. And there can be hidden grub worms that give you an extra turn, or if you knock the tree down, you're the loser. I like games that only have one loser, but this game also can have everybody win if they can remove all the bark, which is truly a feat to behold. Highly recommend, super fun, good with beer. Click Clack Lumberjack. This is probably on the top of some of y'all's lists, but my number 1 game to play at a party or with anybody at any given time is if I can get it on the table, is Sheriff of Nottingham. There has recently been an expansion that brings it up to 6 players. Adds a lot of additional mechanics. If you go on the Arcane Wonders website, you can get them to send you a promo pack. I believe it only lists 8 cards in the promo pack. They're all really fun, special rules. But they sent me about 15 when I ordered it. All the Gen Con cards were in there. So this is a highly, highly diversified, really good copy of Sheriff of Nottingham. It's always fun to play. The bluffing mechanic is the type of gameplay that me and my friends enjoy. My number 1 game, Sheriff of Nottingham. Gotta try it out. If any of these, pick one of these up. Alright. Thank you for letting me share my top 10 American-style Ameritrash party games. You know, we like to keep the gameplay light around here. We don't play games that take all day. I get sleepy before I can accomplish that. But yeah, so I'll be making some more lists. I'd love to hear what you think. I'd like to know what your number one game is. Do you like any of the games on this list? Comment in the section below, and I'll go ahead and have a look at anybody's input. Maybe we'll come up with another idea. Maybe I'll play a run through of one of these that you really love. Just let me know. But thank you for letting me share. And until next time, this has been Pull the Wool TV.